Hi everybody, welcome to this short video with myself, Craig Gornall, down here at Wexham Park Golf Centre. We're here on the short game area, just having a look at how to increase the spin with our wedge shots, also around the greens. So following on in the series, what we're going to look at today is the term called spin loft. Now for you who aren't familiar with this term, what it's referring to is the angle that is separating the angle of attack, so how steeply or how shallow the golf club is going through the golf ball. So here we've got the red stick to demonstrate that. Then the difference between the angle of attack and then the dynamic loft of the golf club, which is otherwise known as the loft at impact. Okay, so let's say you're playing your shots with a 60-degree wedge, and then you're hitting down on the ball 2 degrees, so you've got a spin loft of 62 degrees in total. Okay, but remember, it's not just the loft on your golf club, it's the loft on your golf club at impact. Okay, so we can manipulate that depending on how our technique is. Now, what we find is the greater the two are apart, so the bigger the difference is between these two angles, the more spin loft you're going to produce, which tends to mean you're going to produce more spin. However, what we've noticed, looking at ball data and club data as well, when we get past around 45 degrees, we tend to then start losing spin, okay, because it interferes with the friction on the club face. So what I want you guys to try is play around with how you're going to change the dynamic loft. So just to reduce or increase our spin loft. So what I do is, quite simply, have a go at choosing different golf clubs. So whether you normally pitch with the 60-degree all the time, you might actually find you get a little bit more spin with your 54-degree or your 52-degree, depending on how you play it. You could play around with the angle of attack, so you could put ball positions in slightly varied places. But for me, I'd be more working on the dynamic loft. So when you start changing angle of attack too much, so you start hitting down more, you'll tend to notice contact might be a little bit, might suffer almost a little bit. So what I'm looking for here, I've got my 52-degree wedge. All I'm going to try and do is have a nice shallow swing. And again, try and get my spin loft so the ball comes out probably a bit lower than what you might, so most of you might expect, but it will come out with a little bit more spin on it. So I'm going to give it a go. Okay, nice. What I've noticed when I was growing up, I'd practiced all the time with my 60, my most lofted wedge around the greens. But actually finding out my 52 gets the ball under a little bit more control because the flight is not as high, and again I get a little bit more spin on there. Give it a go, try playing with your different wedges, see how you get on, and get in touch if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much.